I'm on a journey to win my first professional golf tournament. And to do that, I want to benchmark where my golf is at currently. I've come here to the stunning La Cala Golf Resort where I'm going to play 3 rounds to see what my handicap would be. And by doing this, this will give me an idea of where the level of golf is at the moment and where it needs to be to help me get that victory. Let's head down to the first tee of the first course today and get playing. So we've made it to the first tee of our battle for my handicap America course today. We're going to head out. It's a par 5 to start off with. We've only just come off the plane, so a bit of a travel going on, but I'm excited because it's not raining, it's not wet, it's not cold. It's going to be almost like British summertime out here, so I'm going to get going. Wish me luck. Let's see what my handicap's going to be. Well, I tell you what, welcome to Spain. That is going to be A1. I'm excited, folks. Come on, let's go. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Let's enjoy, or hopefully enjoy, the perils of me trying to get my handicap. So how am I going to calculate my handicap? Now, this is a great little way of doing it if you aren't a member of a course, if you're not a member of a society, and you don't want to be paying loads for an app. It's calculator.net, and we've linked it in the description down below. And all you simply need to do is know the rating of the course slope, and then provide 54 holes of score. So whether it be 18 holes or 9 holes, you just need 54 holes, and then what that will do is give you your handicap after you've put all that data in. You can also allow a playing adjustment score, so if it's a little bit harder or a little bit easier, that can be calculated. Maybe one, if you are playing in a society, it's good for that. But I'm going to be playing 3 rounds, 18 hole rounds, to get my handicap and see where I'm currently at. Well, fairway found, folks. Positive start. We've got a load of new clubs in the bag as well for this year, which if you haven't, we will be releasing a what's in the bag very soon, so make sure you check that video out. But 140 uphill, slightly downwind. I'm going to go 9 iron. It looks like the flag's quite close to the front. We've got 150 middle, so I could just play a normal one of these and that should be the right number. At least it's a par 5, it was a good layup. Oh God. I just stopped during that golf swing. Little bit uncommitted there on that first one, Matthew, and now you leave yourself a tricky little pitch. 5 will be a good score. 35 yards, just got to get it all the way up is the main key. Oh dear. Right then, it'd be lovely to hold this and salvage something after a fantastic drive, but not the end of the world. The greens look awesome and they look quick, even though it's the week before Christmas. Sit, sit. Oh wow. That was super slick then. I thought that was wiggling right at one point then, but good save in the end. We had 140 in and I had to hole a 6-footer for par. Hey, that's golf. We've got a long way to go. We've got today's round, another 2 rounds, so got to keep my head. Got to just think it's a 3-round tournament and not just 1 round of golf to get this, to see where my handicap's going to be. Let's keep trucking. So the bunkers I've got to avoid on this hole, which round the America course and all the courses here at La Cala is one of the defences. The other is the undulation. There's a lot of undulation around here, but 288 is the one down that we've got to really avoid. So luckily the wind's moving it away from it. So good drive again, and try and be a bit better with my second is the ideal plan. We certainly came with our driving boots today. That is spot on, fairway found. Lovely little dry fairway found, only 70 yards. Just going up to the green ever so slightly, so I can't see the bottom of it, but pin is at the back. So just gotta make sure we get up there, half a 52, spin it close. Let's see what we can do. Right, little right to left. This would be a bonus if we could take this. Stay up. Just dove. Didn't give it enough brake, Matthew. It's a 4 though. 4, bit of a less stressful par this time. Take that. 16 more of those round here and I'll be happy. So our third hole, a couple of traps for me to avoid are at 260 to get by. I have got 2 iron out here, which is in that number, but we are elevated and it is downwind, so I think a good one gets me by it, and it is tight up on the hill left, so I'm going up that way with a fade, so I think I should be all right. Otherwise it's driver, and I don't think it's worth going for it at this point in the round. 2 holes in. If I knew it was laser straight, I'd maybe do it. But I think 2 iron, even if we do catch the traps, it's literally only a flick. I think it's 60 yards to it, so get this out and let it find the fairway. Lovely. A little bit out of the bottom, which means it didn't go as far, but we are a fairway, a finding. Just keep hitting greens and knocking those putts close. I'll be off plus 17. 103 yards. That pin is so tight to the right hand side, it does not bear going near, because if you miss it right, it's just a horrible up and down. So I'll go about 5 yards to the left. The ball is below my feet as well, so it should theoretically move towards it, but just be committed. 3/4 52. Yeah, that's the shot. Oh, so steep. Go, 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 go. Just a few early poor swings there, just not quite firing the hips, but we'll find it. We'll find it. Didn't you do that with your first wedge, Matthew? Why did you not do that? Interesting, the greens, like they're firm and they run loads, but they sort of check and then release a bit. I was coming out down the wind and out the rough, so that probably had something to do with that. Need to make a little bit more of our good tee balls. I knew that would miss. Knew it had missed, just needed to be firmer, but I'm a little bit scared of the pace, having come from old Angleterre. Well, uncharacteristic bogey. Little miss for me. Blame that all on the second shot. So the fourth hole here is a par 3, a great one. Lots of fall off to the right hand side of the green. You do not want to miss right. Luckily everything falls in from the left hand side as well though. Flag is 185 today. It's downwind a tiny bit, so I'm going to go 7 iron, just air up the left and hopefully find a good iron shot here that starts us on our mission. That is 3 iron shots, full swings, that have been super chunky. Luckily, that's kicked right, and it's actually just come off the front of the green. Need to find the strike. Need to find the strike. Bit of work to do, but it can be done. Ooh. Not bad for distance, it just popped a little bit out to the right on me. I mean, the iron shot was the real issue. Every shot I've hit so far has been a sort of 3/4 ones, and that's with golf, you're always going to have those in-between numbers. And I think sort of first few swings of the day, I'm probably better off trying to hit a club less and trying to smash it, because I've been a bit quitty on those first ones and not quite got through. But if we can hold this, get out of here, we're okay. I'm not too worried yet, because okay off the tee, chipped it half decent, just gotta find a bit of consistency into the green. Stay up. I didn't give it enough pace. Great line. Well, two very soft drops there, but it's okay. We can keep moving. What I've got to avoid here is the bunkers. Now they are on the right and the left of the fairway, sort of right on the edges of the massive ravine here to the right, into the wind. Normally I'd go 5 wood, but I'm going to go 3 wood just because of the wind. Little cut, just get that second shot in play. Hit one up here, find the fairway, job's a good one. Miss that trap. Catch that trap. Just over the other side of the trees. I think it's going to be bunker. Going to mark my new clubs now. This ain't great. Just a bit pushy on that last one. Got 113 up to the flag. Uphill into wind. I've got pitching wedge. Torn between this and 9, so I'm going to go for this and try and give it everything. Luckily it's on an upslope, so I can get good contact. Keep going, it's going to be short. Keep getting a little bit foul, these shots, like really steep. I need to try and brush it up and down needed before this gets away from me. Luckily, got quite a lot of room to work with. That's pitched up here and gone all the way back. Land it 5 or 6 on, let it zip forwards. Not quite there. Just a few feet out. Nothing a good putt can't save. Really need this to go in. Really need this to go in. Nothing a good putt can't save. That keeps me alive, that, with a par 5 coming up next. Probably the highest elevation change on the course on the next hole, but that is a Brucey bonus. The par 5s here may seem short, some of them slightly are, but this one 488 yards, you're actually going up probably 100 yards in elevation, nearly. It's a dog leg from like left to right, and then the second shot in, if you've got it on the fairway and you can get it up, it's a heck of a way up there. So get the drive away and hopefully we've got enough to bite off then. Slightly towed, but it's okay. Yeah, pitched in the fairway. Might have run through to the semi, but it's the first part done. So we're just teed off on the 6th hole now. Not the ideal start, more so just not the ideal second shots into greens or the par 3. Just feel a little bit uncommitted, so gonna try and improve on that. But if I can get out of here, if I drop a couple more shots, I think around here, given the slope rating of this golf course, if I can get around here just a couple more over, I actually think that's not too bad. It's not perfect summer conditions. I mean, it's nice, it's dry, it's a little bit chilly, but I'll take that. I'll take that as a round. So knuckle down now, try and pick one back here and maybe pick a couple off as we go through the next few holes, but it's not panic stations. It's not panic stations yet, and we're middle of the fairway here, so that is absolutely perfect. So the flag is playing 200 yards, and just to give you an idea of the elevation change here, 201 if we were flat, that's what the carry is. It's actually playing 225 yards up there, so 25 extra going upwards. So it's one heck of a way. It is downwind as well though. 200, I'm going to play it, it's actually only 190 to the front, 185 to cover the bunker. I don't want to sort of try and be a bit fiddly with a 4-iron. That goes 215. My 5-iron's a 205 club with these new ones, with the stronger lofts. So 205, it's probably playing that will go 220 with the wind as it is. It's quite strong. Cancels out, so this will probably get to the front edge. if not 10 yards on. I'd just rather commit to this and try and, instead of hitting that 4 iron and being a bit uncommittal, given the last few swings, I think just go all out on this, make me swing a bit more at it and get through it a bit more, just sweep it off, Matt. Right, let's do that. 5 iron, let's rip it at it. Please have enough. Oh, it's pitched in between the 2 bunkers. It was the perfect strike. Just pulled it a tiny bit. So we're about pin high now for a little chip. I'll take that. That was the first full committed hurrahs we've had at it. Well, we did pitch in between the 2 bunkers, but found the second one that's pin high. Not the end of the world. It's on a little bit of an upslope here, so I've got to commit to either going in steep and popping it up or angle my body. I like the angled bodied one a little bit more, it's more comfortable. Splash it out, tap it in. Oh, oh no! That was a cruel. Ah. That would have been a real Brucey bonus if that would have gone in, but you know, I did land it a bit further than I wanted, so can't be too displeased. We've got a puss anyway. Well, that was end over end. I tell you what, these new greens, if you're brave on your line, they roll so pure. One back to the good, guys. So when you get up onto the top of 7, you get a view back down towards the coastline. You can actually see the ocean. There's some cranes there at the moment because there's a lot of development work going on around the resort and the neighbouring areas. It seems to be that it's really growing in popularity around here. And I mean, I've been coming for years and years since I was a kid on holiday, but the course as well, I can see why people are coming. The courses have never been better. The greens are incredible. Hotels getting a renovation. It's a perfect spot. I mean, it's December now and just in a little jumper, it's ideal. But 7th hole, one of the toughest ones, I think. You got to get a good drive away off the backs here. It narrows in down the left, a little cut's favoured. Bunker at 265 to get by. So driver, let's keep the train rolling. Oh no, I've lost it. To the right. Missed that trap. Oh, come down the hill. Thank gosh that's into wind. It's pitched up the right and come back down after hitting the hard pan, but not ideal. Well, very lucky. Pitched up here and has come trickling back down, but I've got 190. Blind shot now, uphill into wind. Luckily it's sort of on a launch pad so I can get 4 iron to it. If I get this on the green, this is shot of the round. Oh, towed it, nowhere near. So hard to keep your foot in there, like with the ball in, and just caught it right out the toe and it hit the hill. Perfect layout for me, 75 yards up the hill. 85 yards it's playing. Crikey. I hope that number is good because it was all at it. It looked good. Could be another great escape, that. Easy up and down. Easy up and down. Take that up and down to the century. I was a little bit excited running on there. I thought it was about 2 foot, and when I got closer it was 4 foot. Luckily, YouTube's best putter dealt with it. 135 yards. Winds across. 135 is, well, it's down and across. Do you know what? 138's a wedge. Slightly uphill, but I think I've just got to start hitting 9. I'm just going to get too fudgy on. Yeah, we're going to go Footwear. We're out on the Costa del Sol. The ball goes 10% further out here. Yeah, downwind as well. Aim inside the bunker here on the 8th hole, and then little cut. Who knows? Who knows? Luckily I'd shut the face on that to dig it out. Don't know what is going on with my iron swing at the minute, but it feels very sort of this and then down, as opposed to just in rosy. Very diggy, but good math there, and we've done okay. We've got pin high. Our only issue is, if I want to hold this putt, I've got to be somewhere out here, because it seriously banks left to right on this one. You've got to hit it high enough with the right pace, otherwise it's a 3 foot back up the hill as your par putt. Luckily it's downwind as well, so that's sort of helping it a bit. Literally got about 6 foot of break in this. There it goes. Even then I was a bit low. Just needed that initial hit and we were gold. It's a par, bit of a steadier par there, but a par nonetheless. Ooh, views back out towards the sea there. This in summertime, like now it's perfect, it's the week before Christmas we're actually filming this, but summertime, this course, a little bit of Spanish sun, oh, delightful. Par 5 now down the hill. Normally you would think that's a green light, but here again lots of undulation time change down the hill this time, but it's like an S-bend this hole, so get one away. Let's see if we can have a dig after that. Hold your line, miss that trap. Perfect. Just working down the little speed slot there. That bunker's 290 and we just carried up to it and now it's working round, so we might have a chance of going at it in 2. Right, we've hit the fairway again. We've got 195 to the flag down the hill, so it's only playing 185, but it's straight into the wind. So we're going to go 4 iron just to cover everything because we're going across a ravine. So if I can get it up the right hand side turning, then we've at least got a bit more of a safer play. So 4 iron, commit to that little sweepy swing again. Oh no, I've flirted it out right. 4! Well, a complete bail out there. My demons were there about the heavy shots going over the water and just sort of bailed out, but luckily it's a par 5. I've got 70 yards up to that flag now, so just hit a pitch that I've been hitting pretty well with the 52. Bit more of a running one. I want to go left off this slope as well, so let's get this in close. Wasn't quite the flight I was intending. Might have been 1 groove less, but the result's there. The result is there. It's one thing here, if you do come to La Cala, especially when you're hitting into greens, obviously you've got to strike it, which I've not done, but getting your yardage is right. You know, if you're going uphill and you think it's 1 club more, you may be looking at 2, 3, maybe sometimes 4 clubs. And then even how the ball is above your feet and stuff, it's really interesting because you get so many variations instead of just flat hit. Makes you think about the game a little bit more. Just wiggled at the end, I knew it'd go that way. I just didn't have the pace. Well, it's another par and a par 5 when I've had under 200 yards in. Not ideal, but overall I think we've got something to build on here on the back 9. Getting out onto the back 9 of the America course here. This is actually where the first 30 shot challenge took place. From this very tee, myself and Andy Carter made it all the way to to the 17th green, which the last is a par 5. So if we would have parred that, we would have shot level. So it wasn't fantastic by any means. But off the back tees here, it was quite a knock. And if I can get to that point today, being level par, I'll be totally happy. 1 over at the moment after 9 holes. So my shot scope scores for 2024, I actually was plus 4.4 on average in my rounds. I actually was better generally on the back 9 as well, 2.3 on the front and 1.9 on the back 9. So hopefully that can prevail again today and we have a bit of a better back 9, which would help. But as we're going, I think I'm pretty happy with 1 over, because off the tee I thought I was really good. Into the green, awful, and then chipping and putting, I would say, needs a little bit of improvement. So if we can just find some iron swings and keep the rest pretty much where it was on the front 9, I think we've got a really good chance of actually getting under par here. Oh, we'll leave it wind. Not in the fairway, but it's up the safe side on the right, so won't be a bad wedge in from there. So steep. Well, not my best work. My golf swing did this then, instead of this. Terrible. Well, from having 100 yards in again, we are working to cling on with a very sneaky little putt here now. Dicey, dicey. Travel. Get there, get there. Oh my God, how did that go? It was a tiger moment. Get in. What a putt. Oh, it came in sideways. Right, I think that's the last of my bad iron shots now. I need to get rid of them because I just keep throwing the club at the door. I need to get into my follow through. That needs to be maybe my swing thought about my follow through, but what a scrappy round. Well, there's no let up here after that wonder save. We've got 210 yards downhill into wind. Pins right at the back on this par 3 on the 11th. Gorgeous view looking back out towards the coast here. Gonna go 5 iron, just like I say, maybe just think a little bit more about my follow through. It feels almost as if my golf swing's stopping here at the minute and there's no follow or afterthought, so let's see if we can do that. At least it wasn't a fat. So underneath it I've got either the big fat or the not great. Fatted it. Oh dear. That's come out so right on me. Good pace. Terrible line. Pulled it. That's a really bad 5, that. Nothing but poor golf swings in there. Can't blame anything else. Just poor golf swings and a poor putt. 5, right, up against it. The 12th's a par 4 that's 390. It's got a ravine in the middle, so you want to not drive it too far to leave yourself a wedge in. So we're going to go 2 iron up the left. Back on the horse now, come on. 1 blip there. 1 blip. Unbelievably fat. I don't know what is going on. An uncharacteristically fat shot again off the tee there. Found the fairway, but 200. Let's get this 5 iron on it. Come on. It's not my best strike, it's up the left. Need a very generous kick. We're going to be battling again. That swing left for me. Get going. Get going. Had a good line, just didn't give it enough. I got a little bit scared of that one, if I'm honest. Up over there, it's probably more uphill than it is downhill, but I thought opposite. Oh dear, a bad little spell of holes there. The wheels have fallen off. 3 shots in 2 holes. Oh well, we move on. 370 yards playing back into the wind. Need to hit a good tee shot to get over this little flummox we've had here starting the back 9, but it's a tough driving hole, but commit with the 3-wood. Let's give it a go. That is A1. Over the post and it'll run now. Let's go. Into the wind 150. I think it's like a little punchy 7. Uphill 150, it's playing like 160. Then add 10, yeah, it's just a good punched 7. Wide to wide swing, that's my aim. Wide to wide golf swing. Well, it's definitely wide to wide, a little skinny, but I'll tell you what, could be in the hole. Oh, I can see it. This is such a disappointing game. Oh, it was always going to miss left, but it looked like it had the pace nearly to get there, but I'll take that because I always struggle on that hole. It's the best I've ever played that. Right, onwards. Onwards. Got a bit of momentum. Need to keep it going. 160 the 14th, par 3. Come on. Long Tommy Fleetwood. He's the boy. He's the new model. Get down a bit. Finally. An iron shot. Get in. Right. This to ignite the back 9. Thought that was going to be my second hole-in-one at La Cala then. Yes, I needed that. That's a real momentum builder. Real momentum builder. I know I'm 3 over. Don't need to worry about my score, but a couple of par 5s left to go. Hole-in-one, hole on 16. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. So I'm feeling like we've got a handle on it, even though it felt a little bit slippy this start to the back 9, but we're good. So one of the reasons obviously we mentioned why I want to get my handicap is to know where I would be at against my fellow competitors on the PGA local comps. Now, if we looked at someone like a Scotty Scheffler, it came out last year that his handicap would have actually been around about the +8, +9 mark. But if we looked at the North region and the order of merit there, Jamie Howarth won that. I think it was a total of 3 events, and his scoring average was 67, which means his handicap would be round about +5. Currently at the moment, I'm not quite near there. I know I've got a lot of work to do on my game, but that's why I think these next 3 rounds are important, just to see how my golf is and how it would compare to my fellow North region pros and how I'm going to stand up in those events that we're going to get to this summer. So good there to get a birdie bouncing back. We've got a par 5 now. If we can follow it up with another one, I'll be very happy. So this is a par 5 that sweeps round the corner. It's a dog leg from right to left. There's a bunker out in the corner at 270 that you can go over on the sort of tiger line. I'm going to go a bit right of that and hopefully set up a go at 2 at this one. This is one of the longer ones. Wind's just got it. It's just going to be on the right side of the fairway. Yep. It's amazing. I normally come here in summer and you'd be sort of 30, 40 yards up. It's a little bit chilly and into the wind today, but we're good. We're fairway. 3 shots. Let's get a birdie. This truly is a 3-shotter now. We've got 300 yards left in. I think it's 540 off the backs it was playing then into the wind. So hit my 2-iron, put myself in position and hopefully build a birdie the old-fashioned way. Straight at the path. Fairway found. 2 decent iron shots in a row. We're cooking. We are cooking. 110 yards into a firm old breeze still. We're at probably one of the highest points on the golf course up here, so you really get exposed. You can just see the mountain range just peaking up there. Really get exposed to the elements, so definitely feeling that 110's probably playing the best part of 125, 130 here, so I'm gonna wedge it, 3/4 wedge. Let's see if we can get one in close. Come on, Matty boy. It's on the green. In an effort not to fat it, I thinned it a little bit, but looked like it should be on, but it'll be quite the putt. Not the ideal putt, we are green. Got about 35 feet though. I guess hitting the green's actually better than the fats that we experienced early on. Quite the brute that, into the wind, that hole. Travel, travel. Ah, right on line as well. Right on line. A 5, it's okay. Don't know, I feel very strange about today's round. Score's okay, given it's a little chilly, a little bit windy off the backs, and given how many fats I've had, it could be a heck of a lot more, so see what we can cruise to over these last few holes now. Nice little finish here, 16, 17 and 18. If we can pluck something from the hat, we'll be happy. Great memories up on this this tee, this hole, 16th hole. Had a hole in one here many moons, well, so many moons, it's about 3 years ago now. Pin was exactly the same yardage, 148, but it was about 10 yards left. That is in a proper dicey part of the green there. Play safe here, can't be going at that. 148, downhill by about 10. It's either a 9 or a wedge. I'm thinking it's wedge, just a solid wedge. You get a little searchy with 9. I'd rather go full out wedge. Good committed one. Hit a slight push and hole it again. What is actually happening that like I never hit that shot? That's what, 6 inches before the ground? Good news is I've not made the water down there. Well, all that talk of hole in one, wow. Good news is got past the ladies' tee, or the red tee. We all know what that would mean back in the old days. Got 100 yards, just a bit. I just feel so. Must be here, and then just dumping it, trying to find it. Got to just almost. Oof, a lot to improve upon for rounds 2 and 3, folks. Anyway, if we can up and down this 100 yards, I'm gonna make it over the water first. Swing right. Keep going. That's made me look a lot better than it was, because I was trying to play safe to the heart of the green then, but I didn't realise it was going to break in that much. Right, this will be some 3 if we hold this. That has done fantastically well for me. That has done very well. Not quite the 1 that I had that last time. I think I might be more happy with my 3 if I get out of here with this 3. It'd be almost more impressive considering the excavation I created upon the teeing ground. Now, we've got a little downhill, a left to right. Green's looking beautiful. Just got to commit to the stroke, knock it in. The greatest ever par made on the 16th. I can do it all, slam dunk it. Wow. Wow, 2 to go. Par 4, par 5. Let's if I can get a couple of birdies back and only finish 1 over par, I feel like I've committed daylight robbery, because I've definitely stole a lot of ground with my irons today. Par 4 that plays 380 yards off the back. Got to keep it up the left away from the bunkers and navigate the iron in, which fills me with fear. Just cutting, might get a path bounce here. Looked like it pitched right next to the path, but stuck. Oh, is it? Like further on? Right, that'll do then. I've hit driver nicely. It's normally the other way around. Normally my driver's a little bit squiffy and my irons are good. Need to hit a good gap wedge here instead of feeling this way. I'm going to just try and stay a little bit more still through it in terms of my slide. Let's hit a great shot, come on. I was so worried about sliding there, I've just cut across that so bad. I've actually hit that a little bit on the grooves and a little bit on the shiny part. That's how bad that golf swing was. Keep leaving myself with little awkward things. But that's what the game's about, the tests you face. Just flop this onto the fringe and it'll run down, it'll be quick down here. Too cute. So scared about that running so far by. Brake left. Only 100 yards. I think I've had 4 from 100 and done that 4 times, missed the green. 1 hole to go though. So our 18th hole, our last roll of the dice, is a sweeping dogleg from right to left. Again, another elevation change from top to bottom. You got that gorgeous coastline view out there, back down towards Fengarola that way, out this way, and the Cala itself down sort of in the town here. But there's more important matters at hand. A birdie gets me in the door at 75, which I wouldn't be too disheartened with 3 over today, given how bad I've hit my irons. So 3 wood, because you can't hit driver because of the run out. Get this down, get the job done. Just turning on the corner, that should be perfect. A1, I think. I think I saw a bounce, unless it was a diving bird just round the little bend and we're good. Well, we're just driving down the hills to my golf ball. I've caught a proper speed slot. Normally you can only hit it about 280, but we've managed to just get a little bit of draw going, and I'm only going to have, I reckon, about 165 left in to this one, which really helps our chances. So need a good iron shot here to try and finish a scrappy round off in style. That has really caught the speed slot there. If it could have just got another just over the crest, I reckon I would have gone from having 200 yards to probably 100 in, but I've done well there. I've got 205 and we are downhill significantly. I think I'm gonna, it is into wind, so it's sort of leveling itself out, but helping a bit with the downhillness. I'm gonna go 6 iron, wide to wide golf swing. 1 more swing. First good iron swing, come on. Travel, travel. Oh, didn't quite get it again. I did push it slightly. I was intending to be middle of the green and it just leaked a bit right, but it was about 4 paces from pitching on and being stone dead for an eagle. We're going to have to rely on a good up and down for a closing birdie. We'll take that though. That was a bit of a positive iron shot to finish on, a better strike, albeit not the best, but a lot better than what has been. Literally just right on line. If it pitches here, it's releasing out. But I'm going to pitch it there now and just chip it in instead. We'll make eagle that way. We'll make it a different way. Thought that was gonna be good. I thought it was gonna be 2 plugs. Right then. 3 over, 75 in total. Now if I have 2 more 75s, I would actually be on for a plus 0.2 handicap, given all the slope ratings around here and how difficult these golf courses are when you're playing them off the back tees. So 75, I feel like we've got away with it a little bit, and I feel like I've got a lot left in the tank. So yeah, I'm reckoning after today's round, if I improve, we end up being about +1, maybe plus 1.5, all being well. Have to wait for round 2. See you there. Why not watch one of the other videos here where me, Pete Finch and Andy Carter try and break 50.